Anthony Hartwig here with a West Branch girls soccer player profile. I am joined by senior goalie Zoe Sanders. Zoe, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Our first question for goalies, every time we bring a goalie on, is just the special mindset it takes to be a goalkeeper. How did you develop it, and how did you kind of grow into being such a good goalie? Because it's not a position for everybody.
So I've actually been a defender like almost my whole life. And sophomore year, our goalkeeper got injured, and my coach was like, "Hey, like we know you play volleyball. Can you be our keeper?" And I was like, "You're crazy. I could never." And my coach was like, "I think you got it. Just you just got to go out and try it for today." I was like, "Okay." I went out. They were like, "Wow, like you're tall," and it just kind of like fit the whole athleticism of like being quick and tall and being able to jump high. And my coaches, they are the best out there. They've just helped me these past 3 years now become like what I am, and they trained me through all of it. But the mindset thing of it is kind of hard. You have to go out in a goal and be ready to just put your body on the line and go
Mhm.
for everything. And that took a little bit to get used to, just, running out there and trying to stop everything and anything. But it was a lot of fun, and I am addicted to being a goalkeeper now. But
Obviously, your teammate's goal is to never let this happen, but inevitably in a soccer game, there's going to be breakaways every now and then where it's just
yeah,
one player against a goalie, and it's like, can you make the right choice? Take us through that mindset of when that's happening, when you start to see that develop, and you think, okay, it's go time. I have to be locked in and try to stop this ball from getting into the net.
So my center backs are Sam Conville and Ellie Tucker, and they are both so quick. Normally, this I think I've only had one this season so far, and it wasn't anything crazy. But you see him coming down the field, and Sam normally steps, and Ellie holds back a little bit, and then say they do get beat as they're running down the field, you have to make the decision whether you're going to stay and wait for them to get closer, or if you're just going to attack and try to go out and get it. And normally, I don't like to stay back. I kind of like to go at it because make the goal smaller, hit them hard and fast, and just go out and grab that ball.
The other thing that gives goalies a lot of publicity during soccer is penalty kicks. Obviously, it's how you decide a game. It's how
Yeah.
the most exciting part of soccer or whatever it may be. Um, what's your strategy? Because it's really a guessing game. So what's your penalty kick strategy on how to get a save?
So being a taller, bigger goalkeeper, I kind of just try to go into the middle and make them think I'm centered and then kind of shift to one side. And then when they go to run, try to just see where their foot's going and then just commit to that one way.
Let's talk about your senior season. Obviously, this is your last year with West Branch, and senior seasons bring a lot of emotions. It's your last
Yeah.
home game, it's your last time against this team, it's eventually your last game, your senior night.
Yeah.
How are you handling all the emotions that come with senior year and all the laughs that you have to go through?
I'm really just kind of embracing it. We have a really good group of girls this year that I think will leave and they'll be ready for next year. It's a little hard because I've gotten close to some freshmen this year and it's like, darn, like we only get together. But it's an emotional like just a ride in general because we went to the field classic and it's like, wow, I'm never going to play in this again, and I've done it for the past 3 years. And then you're playing teams in your conference that you're never going to play again, and it's hard getting close. I think we have like 12 like full season games left, so it's kind of like counting down. But it's a blast. I'm glad I get to do it with these girls. Like, they are just beyond anything I would have ever thought. It's just a really good group of girls to do it with.
Already talking to one of your senior teammates, Aubriana, and we find out that it's a big senior class this year. You have a lot of seniors that you're
Yeah.
going through this with. What's it like to be a part of kind of a big group of seniors where the whole leadership responsibility doesn't all fall on your shoulders?
It's crazy because there's 11 of us, and it's going to be crazy on our senior night. Every single one of us starts. But it's crazy because a lot of these seniors, we've all played together since, the 6th grade, and it's a lot of leadership put on us because we're trying to get these younger girls ready because when we leave, they do have a big gap to fill since there is so many of us and a lot of positions they're going to have to take over. So there's a little bit of pressure of getting them ready and making sure they understand what they're coming into.
With 11 seniors, how do you divvy up leadership responsibility? What kind of leader do you think that you exemplify, and how do you kind of make sure that every one of those seniors' voice is heard and they're all one of the big members of the team and they all can bring leadership qualities into the soccer field?
So our coach actually does a really good job. She is very good about like at the beginning, like preseason, kind of divvied up jobs to each player, whether they were big or small. So like one of the seniors was in charge of our camp we went to. I'm in charge of after the games, making sure everything gets picked up, nothing's left at the benches, and we leave the field clean. One of our other seniors is in charge of, like being hype and getting us ready before the games. We have people who are in charge of music and just every little thing because there's so many of us to, just put it on it. We do have three captains: Chloe Dennison, Sam Conoval, and Bree Thomas. They're the greatest captains out there. They do a really good job of leading us on the field and off the field and are very vocal for all of us. But then, each and every one of us who isn't a captain has a job on the team too. And it's good that our coach did that. It gives us all something to do and no one feels left out.
Let's unpack some of those responsibilities. Start with yours of I'm not surprised that the goalkeeper has to be the one that keeps everything clean and make sure that everything is put away and taken off of that. Is it ever kind of frustrating to obviously especially your home field.
Yeah.
Maybe other teams don't do as good of a job as you, and you have to go and clean up after them, or maybe it's a long game and you're tired and you're like, dang, I can't believe I have to do this. But what kind of things get you to the point when you buy into that's my job and that's how I lead this team, and that's one of the things that I have to show, like you said, the next year of soccer team that this is something that you have to do. This is one of your responsibilities.
It's really not that bad. You get off the field, we're all sitting in a circle, stretching, taking our gear off and everything. And then when everyone kind of stands up to leave, I'm just like, hey, make sure you pick up all your trash, don't leave anything. And it's really not me that just goes around and picking it up. Everybody helps out. If someone sees a water bottle, they grab it. There's a piece of paper, they'll pick it up. We have trash cans by our bench, so it's really never that dirty. It's just an occasional like water bottle or a little bit of pre-wrap. So it's not bad at all. And then, sometimes you just walk over, check the away section, but it's really not that bad of a job. I'm a loud person, so our girls can hear me, make sure everything gets picked up.
You got
If
to
it
be right.
if it doesn't get picked up, we have to run it practice. So we're pretty good at keeping it clean.
As a goalkeeper, you got to be loud, right? So it's good
So
that you have that loud voice and you're able to direct people.
yeah.
I also want to ask about music. You said that there's someone in charge of music. One, who has that responsibility, and two, what's your team's music taste like? What's the playlist for West Branch girls soccer?
So Maddie Klingsmith was in charge of creating like our pregame playlist. So she put, I don't even know how many songs are on there, but there's a bunch of just like snippets of songs just that we all like to sing and that get us ready and get us hyped for a game. And then we all kind of collectively we do like a locker room kind of jam session. So before our game starts, we'll go up to the school, we'll be getting our gear on, we have a big loudspeaker, we're playing music, everyone's dancing, singing, just having a good time connecting with each other before we go out on the field and play. But our style of music kind of it goes everywhere. We have some of the country music, some of the rap, we've had slower songs, like it's just anything we feel. And everybody gets we pass a phone around and you can put a song on that you want to listen to, so everybody gets a little bit of everything.
How much do you think your personal music taste lines up with the rest of your team's music taste?
It's pretty good, honestly. We all kind of hit the same thing, and you might like a song that someone else doesn't, but they still play it and they just let everybody. It's just fun to be there. Even if you don't like the song, everybody's just so energetic. It's so good to be there.
They're passing the phone around. You get it. It's your turn to pick one song, and this is the one song that'll hype you up and get you in that right mindset. What song are you hitting play for?
I'm a big fan of J. Cole. I do know Role Models a lot. That's normally my go-to, I'd have to say.
Take us through this, like the pregame, because like we said, goalies have to be in that right mindset. What do you do mentally to get yourself in the correct mindset before a game starts?
So a lot of the times, like I listen to my own music on the way to the school. I get there, bond with the girls, see how everybody's feeling, see if anybody needs anything. And then we all get out to the field. We all go out together and we get out there. And, I kind of, me and the other goalkeeper, she's a freshman, Audrey Eaton. She's amazing. Love her. She goes over with me. We go down to the goal. We do some passing, some like talking, just getting our arms warmed up. I'm just kind of thinking in my head, okay, who are we playing? Who are their players I need to be ready for that are going to be kind of on my attacking half? And who's quick, who's left footed, just kind of thinking of all the basic stuff you'd need to know. And then our team starts taking shots on me, and that's kind of like go mode. Like I get ready for the game. There's about 5 or so minutes left, just getting all hyped up and ready for it.
Okay, that answer brought two questions in my mind. One, how much studying do you do on the opponent? Like, how much do you know about the other team, and how much do you know about, this kicker likes to do this, or like you said, this kicker's left-footed.
Yeah.
How much work goes into that for you as a goalie to really know the other team's attackers and know what they're gonna bring to you?
I mean, my coaches help out a lot with it. We kind of like, do film days and just talk about what's going on and everything and just who the team is. I don't spend too much time on it because, you can only control so much out on the
Mhm.
field and you never know who's going to actually be where. But it's nice to know if someone has a left foot and, if they have someone who's really quick and just small little things to be aware of. And, if you know any little tips or tricks about anybody, but really not too much thought. I just go out there and do what I can do. And my girls help me get it done.
And then the second question is, when your teammates are kicking to you and they're trying to get it past you, who gets the most competitive with you to try to score on their own goalie?
Aubriana Thomas, to be honest. We go rounds. Like she's an amazing help. When I was coming out of injury over the summer, she was going to the field with me and taking shots on me just to get me back in the groove. And but I think every warm up game, she is determined to score on me. Well, she tries her hardest on me.
Um, Talk about the success this West Branch program has had. 9 straight EBC championships. Obviously, your senior class has had 3 in a row, looking for 4 in a row this year. But you've been able to pick up the success of people behind you. You talked about leaving a legacy. How do you think you're going to leave this team to keep that tradition going after you graduate?
I think a lot of it just comes down to us helping them get prepared for what's to come next year and help them grow while we're here because a lot of us have already, we've went through it all. We've been there. We've been through tough losses, great wins, school history, all that, setting records and everything. But it just is a lot of us connecting with the younger girls and help bring them up and, playing and showing them what it's like and just getting them ready, and I think a lot of them already are ready, and I think they're gonna have a good year next year themselves.
Who were some girls in West Branch's past that did that for you? Obviously, with 9 straight EBC championships, they did it 6 years before you even got to the varsity field. So, who were some players that you looked up to and kind of gave you the lessons that you now instill to the future West Branch as a senior?
So my freshman year, I was a defender, so I did look up to Lexi Gregory a lot. She was really strong in that defense, and she was just always where she needed to be and stopped some pretty good balls. And then sophomore year, I kind of became a keeper, and Emmy Jones was our keeper at that time. And she kind of helped me get going into it and kind of showed me what to do. But really, just all the upperclassmen throughout the years have just been so kind into encouraging us to play and bringing us up with them and just doing things with us to get us ready.
You talked about coming off the injury and trying to get back to being healthy this year. What was that like? I mean, adversity comes in all different ways, and not every high school athlete has to deal with coming back from an injury. What was it like for you to deal with that and to try to work back to, the goalkeeper that you know you could be?
It's stressful because right coming off of injury, I had 3 stress fractures in my ankle from track season. So I had to take all of June off, and just through June, it was kind of hard of a mental side of I just felt like I was getting behind and I wasn't keeping up on my fitness because I wasn't allowed to do anything other than ride a bike. But the girls on my team were beyond anything I would have ever thought. A lot of them were there just to sit with me at practice when I couldn't play, or if I was in pain, they were offering to get me things. And when I did come back, they all kind of took it easy on me for a little while to help me get back in my groove. And they were all willing to, hey, if you want to take some shots, like we'll come and take shots on you, or if you need help with like ball handling skills or want to run a little bit, they were just so supportive. And my coaches, I'm beyond thankful for them and being so understanding of, it's kind of a slow process. You have to come back from stress fractures so you don't, get them back again. But my coaches were very like just there for me. They listened. If I said, hey, like I can't do this, it causes some pain, they were no stress. And it's a lot to have an injury, but to come back from it seems even harder because, I run track and I play soccer, and to know like what I could be doing, it's hard to know you can't do that yet and you just have to work back up to it.
As this interview winds down, your senior season, we have to talk about your future goals and what you want to see yourself accomplish after you graduate from West Branch. What are some of your future goals and some of the things that we can see Zoe Sanders doing after she graduates?
I hope to go to college. I'm not sure where yet. I want to move out of Ohio, maybe go south. And I hope to play either soccer or track in college, continue on playing sports and stuff, but just really doing what I can do and doing it the best I can.
So since you haven't narrowed down a where yet, I'm gonna ask you a what. Like, what are you looking for? What kind of colleges are you looking for? What kind of majors are you looking for? What kind of things would sway you to pick this college or that college to go to?
A lot of it would just have to be, wanting to play soccer in college would have to be like just the soccer environment, how the team is, if they're friendly, family, if I'm what they're looking for, if they want me. School wise, I'm not too picky on about like size or location or anything. I just want to find the best fit for me. And my major, I'm undecided, but I have thought about going into the business side of it, but time will tell.
When we talk where, you said it doesn't really matter where, but you already said you wanted to be out of state. Are you want to dramatic travel, or do you just want to make sure you're out of Ohio, somewhere out of Ohio? It doesn't matter what state, as long as it's not Ohio.
I would rather go warmer,
Hmm.
a little bit to play in the cold. The snow it's a little much, I've lived here my whole life, but I would rather go south, get a little bit warmer. So if you do have to travel, it's only a cold you're there, but nothing too crazy.
Somebody's gonna be a snowbird, you know. Going to Florida in the soccer season, getting warm,
Yeah.
coming back here for winter every now and then for Christmas break.
Yeah.
So before I let you go, I want to give you the chance to kind of thank the support system that you have. I know you have a lot of people behind you, a lot of people that are supporting you. Anyone that you think deserves a shout out to end this interview, I want to give you the time to do that.
Um, Honestly, I would want to thank my parents, for all the time and energy they spend taking me to camps, medical visits, and just always being on my sideline cheering me on no matter what it is and what I'm doing. I want to thank my coaches for believing in me and, helping me become the keeper I am and constantly pushing me to be better. And then, of course, my teammates, this freshman group that came up, they've really just added to our team and brought some life to it. And then these senior girls, I wouldn't want to be a senior with anyone else. They've been there, done that. We've all been together. They're just a great group, and I'm so thankful for them. And then just all my family who just comes and supports me and just has my back.
All right, Zoe, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us and talking about this great West Branch soccer team that is going on right now. And the success that they're having is remarkable. So we thank you for coming on and being a little bit of a highlight of it. And we wish you the best of luck the rest of your senior season. And we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much.